All right, and I'll show you guys how easy it is to set up the rig. On the back of the tone hammer, you have two speak-on outputs, and then you have a tuner out also. But what I'm going to do, oh yeah, and the power. So I've got the power cable, I've got my speak-on, and I'm going to turn it around, and let's get it all plugged in, everybody. And again, if you were on a gig, this is literally how fast you can be set up. Kind of rad. And voila. So the other nice thing is the head. This is 500 watts at 4 ohms and 800, or no, wait, sorry, 500 watts at 4 ohms, 250 at 8 ohms. So each SL cabinet is 8 ohms, so right now I'm running 250 watts into it. If I had the two SL112s, those are both 8 ohm cabinets, that would create a 4 ohm load, and then I'd be using the tone hammer at 500 watts. So the other thing I'm going to do, and that I love about amps that have this, I love when the DI and the connections are all on the front. Very, very helpful. Instead of going to the back and messing with my pre and post, I like having everything up front. So the cool thing here, I do have a pre and post button. I'm going to leave it out, which is post EQ. So everything on the EQ here that if I raise the bass level, lower it, the treble, that's going to be coming out of my balanced DI and going into the board. So you'll be able to hear all that in just a second. I've got my mute, which is cool. I got it muted now. Excuse me. If I had some weird power, I'd be able to ground lift it. So everything is up front, which I love. Has a pad, so if I was playing, I have a couple of basses that really have a lot higher output. I definitely would engage that minus 10 dB pad. But for this case, for this demo, I don't have to. I'm going to plug straight in. And I am muted. Let me get my bass. First, I'm going to demo the amp with the DI. Straight from the DI. So let's unmute, and right now, so we have the DI, and I will say that the SL cabinets have been around, I think, for a few years. If Dale can tell us, I think they've been around for maybe 6 or 7 years, and this might be, I don't know, second or third iteration of the SLs, the neodymium loaded cabinets. When neodymium first came out, or maybe it was 10 years, maybe it was a while further back, I was not the biggest fan of them. And now, this is Dale Titus's rig, actually. I gigged this, and it is fantastic. It is really, really incredible. There's, without the 10 dB pad, there's the 10 dB pad engaged. So if you have a bass that has a lot of output, you can just go ahead and hit that pad and set your gain accordingly. Honestly, this 112 cab with this, I was able to play a couple of gigs with a loud drummer, a loud guitar player, and all I needed was this little rig. And as you saw at the beginning, you walk in one trip and you're ready to play. So it's really, really cool. So let's check this out. So I have my gain level set. We won't talk about setting the gain. I think we talked about that before. So let's talk about the EQ section. So I'll play just a basic bass line. We will mute my lavalier, and we will just hear the tone of the amplifier going direct. This is not, we're not using the speaker for you guys. We're actually just going direct. So let's mute now. So I went from flat to kind of messing with the bass, cutting it, boosting it, treble. So there's a lot of tonal variety that you can get. You know, I always like an amp that sounds really good flat, just like this.